All right, hello everyone. My name is Jewell. I'm with the New York State Department of Labor. I am the lead business service rep for Onondaga, Cayuga, Oswego, and Cortland. So essentially I have a team of two, me plus two, so I guess a team of three. And our only function, and I'm like, our only function is to assist our business customers. Some of the services we offer, which I'm sure is near and dear to your heart, is hiring employees. So we have job posting that we do for you. There's no cost to any of our services. We have a system called the One-Stop Operating System. There's two sides to that database. One is the job order itself that you guys give us to post. The other side is the customer side, which gets populated by the Career Center or the Enter customers. So when you give us a job order, we put in all your different requirements, 2-year degrees, CDLA, and our system matches customers based on your needs. And at that point, what we do is we send out a match email, match letter to customers that might be interested in your job, and hopefully they apply, which is a good deal. And that's our job matching referral. A lot of times, if we have a candidate that's applied to your business, and we think they're a strong candidate, and we've worked with them, we will call you up as well to give you our referral. Some of the problems we get is it's Jewell from the Department of Labor. First thing you guys think is enforcement. Right? So it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to say I'm Jewell, the good guy, for the Department of Labor. So bear that in mind when we call. And we do call time to time to try to assist any way we can. Next, Barry kind of touched on some of it. Tax credits. Here's just a couple of them. Workforce or work opportunity tax credit, worker with disability tax credit. There are different criteria and different funding streams involved in tax credit. They do look for underutilized populations, ex-felons, veterans, customers with long-term unemployment. Another one that's not up there is the urban youth tax credit for hiring ages 16, I think it's 16 to 21 or 22. So these are just added little benefits. You're going to hire somebody anyways. Why wouldn't you at least see if they qualify for the tax credit? I mean, it's basically free money at the end of the year, so I would advise all of you doing that. Unlike Barry, I'm not allowed to fill out the forms for you, but I can give you the forms. We can process the forms for you. They're really easy. It's just a two-page form. So, job fairs and recruitments. We do partner with the Career Centers quite a bit. We work together simultaneously. We do large-scale job fairs. Some of you may have been at some of our Syracuse. We usually do Onondaga based on population, but we usually do those once a year. 200. Was anybody at the 200 business job fair we had last year? Okay, so we got one. What'd you think of that? That was at the OCC, right?
It was very large.
Yeah.
There was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I think there was like 850 job seekers. The year before that, we had 1,300 job seekers, which basically goes to the point we brought up also is unemployment rate's down, people are working, so it is a little tougher to find individuals. So back to job posting, anybody list on Craigslist? Do you find that useful?
In certain regions.
Certain regions? And they charge you for that, right?
We use the free one.
Oh, the free one, okay. I mean, essentially, a lot of you are paying for services that we provide for free. And you don't get the one-on-one, direct referrals, job posting, job matching. So, but we do hold what we call a mini job fair quarterly at the Career Center. So we do that as well. There is a job fair. I don't know if we're full yet here this month. Is it the 28th, Ann, or the 29th? 29th. So I think there are a few tables left. If you'd like to attend, feel free to. What's that? Oh, it's going to be in this room. So there you go. No cost. What's that? May 29th? Yes. Now you do have to get registered because space is limited. So, and it is going to be more focused toward veterans. So hopefully that's a good thing as well. On the job training, we do have funding from year to year based on what the federal government gives us. Right now, the only funding for on-the-job training is through NYSERDA, and it's more of a clean energy kind of grant. So if your business is involved with any kind of clean energy, we can help you out with that as well. And last but not least, which should be near and dear to all your hearts, is human resource consulting. So I always like to say we're part of your HR team, except you don't pay us, which is a good thing. But we have a gamut of different services we can offer. A couple that I put on there that I've worked with in the past is, your HR handbook. A lot of you put something in there and you're like, I don't know if this is actually legal with the state. I saw one handbook that said anything over 40 hours is considered not to be overtime, but is going to be used for vacation. Not legal in the state of New York. Anything over 40 hours is overtime, not vacation. So there's little things like that we can do for you on your behalf. Obviously, we don't control your handbook. We can just make suggestions. It's up to you, essentially, what you do. And one of the last things, employment law. A lot of people have questions about hiring youth. What hours can they work, or salary-based positions. What's the definition? We can help you out with that as well. So, and I'm sure some of you have questions, but we're going to do roundtables anyway. So I'm going to turn it over to our apprenticeship side.
Hi, my name is Karin Smith. I'm from the New York State Department of Labor Apprenticeship Training Office. I am the apprenticeship training rep that covers Cayuga County. Apprenticeship obviously is a earn while you learn type of program. Your most entry-level people, candidates who come in with no skills, would enter into an apprenticeship program where they work with a mentor on the job, and then they attend related instruction, either in the afternoons or in the evenings part-time. A lot of it is now online training they can use, so that's at their convenience, which has blossomed because of our manufacturing trades, so that their third shift employees don't have to worry about attending classes and things like that. Currently, there are over 300 occupational titles in New York State that are apprenticeable, and that number is growing daily as we write new trades to meet technology needs and things like that. We are expanding into the healthcare field, which is new for apprenticeship because of New York State licensing. Apprenticeship didn't really fit, so we're making a way into that. So any employer in New York State can sponsor an apprenticeship program. So if you are finding that you are not receiving the individuals that have the skills to complete the work that you need to do, they would, again, work with someone to develop those skills at the same time going to school, and you would start them at entry-level wage. So then they could progress through their program depending upon how long of a program a trade, it would be based on the trade. If it's a 2-year trade or if it's a 4-year trade, they could work up to being the skill that you need them to be at the same time going to school. Currently, there are 2 grants available to employers. One is the American Apprenticeship Initiative grant that will offset the cost of training. They will, from what I understand, they pay for customized trainings, targeted trainings, any kind of training that you would need at your facility to get someone the skills that they need, they would cover. Heather Schaap is the rep who covers Cayuga County. She was unable to make it today, but I have her contact information. And there's the American Apprenticeship Expansion Grant. That is also a grant for $5,000 for whatever an employer needs. It can offset wages, it can pay for machinery, equipment that your apprentices may or may not need to get through your programs. I also have some information about that. There are also now tax credits available to companies that employ apprentices. Again, I have all that information too. So that's pretty much it for apprenticeship. Questions and answers as we go around the table is usually where I provide most of my information.